November 1976. 10-year-old Lisa Marie comes home from school crying. Kids had been repeating cruel things they'd heard about Elvis. She couldn't understand why people would hate her loving, generous father. Elvis could have dismissed the question or given a simple answer. Instead, he shared something so profound about success, jealousy, and human nature that it became his daughter's life philosophy. If you believe that wisdom can transform pain into strength, this father-daughter conversation will change how you see criticism forever. Hit that subscribe button because we're sharing life-changing wisdom about handling haters and understanding human nature. November 15, 1976. Lisa Marie burst through the front door of Graceland. Tears streaming down her face, backpack dropped on the floor. She was 10 years old enough to understand cruelty, too young to understand why it existed. Elvis was in the kitchen, eating lunch, reading the newspaper. One look at his daughter's face, and everything else stopped. "Baby girl, what's wrong?" Lisa Marie threw herself into his arms, sobbing, heartbroken. "They said mean things about you, Daddy, really mean things." Through tears, Lisa Marie told him what happened. At recess, some older kids had surrounded her, started repeating things they'd heard their parents say. "Your dad's a drug addict. He's fat and washed up. He's a joke now. My mum says he's embarrassing." Each comment had hit Lisa Marie like a physical blow. Her hero, her loving father, being torn apart by strangers. "Why do they say these things, Daddy? Why do people hate you?" Elvis felt his own heart breaking, not for himself, for his daughter, for the innocence being stolen from her. He'd dealt with criticism his entire career, harsh reviews, jealous comments, unfair attacks, but seeing his daughter hurt by other people's words, that was different, that was personal. Elvis dried her tears, sat her down at the kitchen table. This was going to be an important conversation. "Lisa Marie, I'm going to tell you something about people, something that will help you for the rest of your life. First, you need to understand something. Most people who say mean things about other people are hurting inside. Hurting how? They're unhappy with their own lives, so they try to make themselves feel better by putting others down." Lisa Marie looked confused. "But that doesn't make sense." "It doesn't make sense. But that's what people do when they're in pain. They try to share their pain with others. So they're not really mad at you, they're mad at themselves. But it's easier to blame someone else. But there's another reason people might say mean things about Daddy." "What reason?" "Because I'm successful. And some people don't like it when others succeed." "Why not?" "Because it reminds them of what they don't have, what they haven't accomplished." Lisa Marie thought about this. So they're jealous? Sometimes. When people see someone living their dream, it can make them feel bad about their own life. That's not fair. No, it's not fair, but it's human nature.
Lisa Marie, being famous is like standing in a very bright light. Everyone can see you, the good and the bad. What do you mean? When you're just a regular person, only your family and friends really know you. But when you're famous, millions of people think they know you, but they don't really know you. They know the version of me they see on TV or read in magazines, but they don't know the real me, the me that makes you pancakes, the me that reads you bedtime stories. So they hate someone who doesn't even exist. Exactly. They hate an idea of me, not the real me. Here's what I want you to understand, baby girl. When people say mean things about you, it says more about them than it does about you. What do you mean? Happy people don't spend their time trying to hurt others. Only unhappy people do that. So when someone's mean to me, it means they're sad inside. Usually, they're dealing with their own problems and taking it out on you. That's actually kind of sad. It is sad. That's why the right response isn't anger, it's understanding. But Daddy, how do you not let it hurt? You build armor, real armor. Elvis smiled. Truth armor. When you know who you really are, other people's opinions can't hurt you. How do you build truth armor? You remember what's true. You know your heart. You know your actions. You know your intentions. And that protects you? It protects the part of you that matters. Your soul. Lisa Marie, I want you to imagine something. You're looking in a mirror. What do you see? Myself. Right. Now imagine someone else looking in that same mirror. What do they see? Themselves. Exactly. When people criticize you, they're really showing you what's inside them, not what's inside you. So their mean words are like a mirror of their own problems, their own pain, their own fears. But some people love you, Daddy. Why do some people love you and some people hate you? Because everyone sees things differently. You know how you and your friend might look at the same painting and see different things. Yes, people do that with other people too. They see what they want to see, or what they need to see. So the people who hate you are seeing something different. They're seeing their own fears, their own insecurities, their own disappointments. Here's another secret, baby girl. When people say mean things about you, you can actually feel grateful. Grateful. Why? Because they're showing you who they really are. They're warning you about their character. So I should be thankful for mean people, thankful for the information. Now you know who to avoid, who not to trust with your heart. That's actually smart. Mean people do you a favor. They reveal themselves quickly.
But what should I do when people say mean things? You have 3 choices. You can get angry, you can get sad, or you can get wise. What does getting wise mean? It means understanding why they said it, learning from it, using it to become stronger. How do I use mean words to become stronger? By not letting them change who you are. By staying kind, even when others are cruel. But Daddy, isn't it hard to be kind to mean people? It's the hardest thing in the world, but it's also the most powerful thing in the world. How is kindness powerful? Because it confuses mean people. They expect you to be mean back. When you're kind instead, they don't know what to do. So kindness is like a superpower? The greatest superpower. It can change hearts. It can stop fights. It can heal wounds. Lisa Marie, I want you to remember something very important. What? People will forget what you said. They'll forget what you did. But they'll never forget how you made them feel, so I should try to make people feel good, even when they don't deserve it. Especially when they don't deserve it. That's really hard. The hardest things are usually the most important things.
Here's something else to remember. You can't control what people say about you, but you can control how you respond. I can control my response. That's the only thing you can control. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. So I shouldn't waste time trying to make everyone like me. You can't make everyone like you. Even if you were perfect, some people would still find reasons to criticize you. Then why try? You try because it's right, not because of how others respond. Instead of worrying about people who don't like you, focus on the people who do. Like who? Like me. Like Mummy. Like your friends who really know you. The people who matter. The people who matter. The people who see your heart. The people who love you for who you are. Those are the only opinions that count. Those are the only opinions that should influence how you feel about yourself. And sometimes, baby girl, criticism can actually help you. How? If someone points out something you can improve, and they're right, you can use that information to grow. So some criticism is good. Constructive criticism from people who care about you is good. Mean criticism from people who want to hurt you is not. How do I tell the difference? Good criticism comes with love. Bad criticism comes with hatred. Lisa Marie, I want you to understand something about time. What about time? The people who criticize you today will be forgotten tomorrow, but the person you become because of how you handle criticism will last forever. So it's not about them, it's about me. It's about who you choose to be. When faced with cruelty, do you become cruel or do you become stronger? I want to become stronger. Then you're already ahead of everyone who criticized you. So when kids at school say mean things about you, what are you going to do? I'm going to remember that they're probably hurting inside. Good. What else? I'm going to try to be kind to them anyway. And if they keep being mean, I'm going to remember that it says more about them than about me. Perfect. You're learning the most important lesson of all. Daddy, will people always say mean things about our family? Probably. Because we're in the spotlight. Because we're successful. Because some people need someone to blame for their problems. Does that make you sad? It used to, but now I understand it. And understanding makes it easier. Will I understand it when I'm older? Even better than I do. Because you're learning these lessons younger than I did. Over the following weeks, Lisa Marie practiced what Elvis taught her. When classmates made cruel comments, she responded with kindness. When someone criticized her father, she smiled and said, "He's a good daddy to me." When people tried to hurt her with words, she remembered they were showing her their own pain. Slowly, the criticism stopped hurting. She was building truth armor. Other kids noticed Lisa Marie's confidence, her kindness, her strength in the face of cruelty. Some of them started asking her questions. How do you stay so calm when people are mean? Lisa Marie shared her father's wisdom, the understanding about hurting people, the power of kindness. Soon other children were using Elvis's lessons in their own lives. When Lisa Marie became a teenager, the criticism intensified. People judged her clothes, her friends, her choices, but she was ready, armed with her father's wisdom about human nature, protected by truth armor. She knew that criticism said more about the critics than about her. She stayed kind, she stayed strong. As an adult, Lisa Marie faced intense scrutiny. Every relationship analyzed, every decision criticized, every move judged, but Elvis's lessons held strong. She understood that public criticism came from people who didn't know her heart. She focused on the opinions of people who mattered, who loved her, who saw her truth. When Lisa Marie became a mother, she passed Elvis's wisdom to her children, teaching them about human nature, about the armor of truth, about the power of kindness. Her kids learned early that criticism reveals the critic's character, not the target's worth. The wisdom traveled through generations, Elvis's understanding of human nature living on in his grandchildren. What Elvis taught Lisa Marie that day applies to everyone. Critics reveal themselves through their criticism. Mean people are usually hurting people. Understanding this changes how we respond to negativity. Instead of anger, we can offer compassion. Instead of hurt, we can choose strength.
Elvis's wisdom about handling criticism became one of his greatest gifts to his daughter. It shaped her character, built her confidence, taught her to see people's hearts. Today, 47 years later, Lisa Marie still uses these lessons, still builds truth armor, still chooses kindness over cruelty. Because the wisdom her father shared that November Day wasn't just about handling haters, it was about understanding human nature, and that understanding lasts forever. This incredible conversation between Elvis and Lisa Marie proves that wisdom about human nature can transform how we handle criticism forever. If their discussion about understanding haters and building truth armor inspired you, please subscribe to our channel and share this story with anyone who's ever faced unfair criticism. Let us know in the comments about wisdom that helped you handle difficult people, because understanding human nature is the greatest armor we can build.